One of the most important things that you should face, accept, and overcome as a woman is your background. I know that you have your own story. I know that you have your own scenarios and your past that has molded you into the person who you are today. And sometimes this past is negative. I personally don't support the idea of erasing your past because that means you don't have a character and you don't know who you are. You have to remember who you are, and you have to remember where you come from and the obstacles and the challenges that you have overcame, because those situations made you who you are today. So we're not going to erase your past. We're not going to be so strict with our past. We are going to embrace it. The first thing that you should do is embrace your past. Forgive yourself for your past if you think that you had done wrong and you regret things and you would have done it other way. There was no way you could have done it other way. You had to go through those lessons in order to become the woman you are today. Remember this once and for all of the time. The way you embrace your past is very easy. You have to activate an observer within yourself. A personality that is currently in the moment of presence, and she is detached emotionally from the situations in the past that are connected with negative emotions and negative memories. So the moment you detach yourself from the past and you activate the inner observer that is currently present and is very conscious, then you can actually forgive and accept and embrace, because you understand that you are no longer in those situations. The past is just a part of your memory that you keep holding on to. And if you want to let go of it, you don't have to deny it. You don't have to hate it. You don't have to regret things. You have to forgive. You have to accept. You have to embrace and activate the observer that is understanding what those situations were trying to tell you. What were those things teaching you? That way you become more calm, you begin to evaluate things and understand that if not for those situations, you wouldn't be where you are today, and we wouldn't be having this conversation because you wouldn't even understand it. Because in order to become a high-value woman, you cannot skip some lessons. It's just like in school. You cannot go from grade 1 to grade 5 because there are certain levels that you have to go through and learn and achieve and embrace. So the same thing is internally. As a high-value woman, you have to go through certain levels in life where you've been hurt, where you've been disappointed, where you regret things, but then that makes your soul grow. So you grow internally, and as your soul grows, your vibration changes, and then your material life changes. So as within, so without. As below, so above. Don't regret anything from your past. Don't hate on your past. You have to love it, because this is actually a very strong tool that will help you and guide you toward your highest dreams, toward your best self. It will help you achieve different goals in life. Next, and one of the most important things that you should be remembering, is how your environment sometimes can deceive you and affect you and dictate you how to behave, what to dream about, what your standards should be, and how you should live. You have to remind yourself every day that your environment should not tell you how to live. It doesn't matter where you are in the world right now. You have to remember that you are a unique soul that needs to discover her fullest potential and discover God within her. And the only way you can do that is just shut down the voice of the environment and understand that you have to be so delusional about your dreams, about the way you perceive yourself, who you are, who you want to be. Fake it until you make it. That's how they made it. All of the people that you admire, that you watch, the coaches and the celebrities, maybe you have someone that you look up to. Those people also started where they had to fake it until they made it. And most of the times, a lot of celebrities were not coming from a rich family or a good background, but they had to believe in it. They had to be so delusional and set their standards so high that the environment could not affect. So you have to understand that if you have any issues and doubts about your environment, you do not have to accept it. If you are not happy with where you live, you can always change your country. If you're not happy with the people you date in your country, you can always date outside of your country. Thanks to God, we live in the 21st generation where we have internet, where we have such a great access of opportunities through the internet. That's the way you're watching me right now. Like, you're from another part of the world and you're watching me. This is so insane. You have to understand how many possibilities you have. An environment can play an evil trick with your subconscious mind, and you should always remind yourself that you have been raised by a lot of people, maybe 99%, those who surround you are traumatized and they have unsuccessful past, dead dreams, things they didn't achieve, and therefore they can project their insecurities on you. Always be the observer that is just like scanning her environment and telling herself, are these people around me successful? Am I going to learn from them something good? Am I looking up to those people? So if that is not yes, if the answer is not yes, then you should understand that never be affected by your environment, because you will be manipulated to just accept less than you feel like you deserve. And if you accept less than you feel like you deserve, then you start hating yourself from within. The inner argument starts, then you start blaming yourself, then you become sick, because all of the illnesses and diseases come from the disbalance with your soul and with your body. And if your soul feels like you should choose a better thing for yourself, a better life, a better city to live, a better partner, you should do that. You should not be driven by fear, because if you live by fear, it means that you always say yes to less than what you want. And it means that you just live just like in a survival mode in order just to live. And what kind of a life is that? You have to understand one thing, ladies. We're not gonna get out of here alive, okay? And you have, like, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years, how old you are. Like, if you're in your 20s, in your 30s, you have like the best time right now where you should allow yourself to be so delusional about your goals, about your dreams, about the things that you want for yourself, and just go and get it. Stop listening to these people who have projected their insecurities on you and trying to drag you down in the place where they are. You have your own destiny and you are the one who is building it, and it all starts from here. How you think of yourself, how you perceive yourself. And the next most important things about high value women is how she perceives yourself. Ladies, I want you to do a little test. Go closer to the mirror and look at yourself and ask yourself, how do I perceive myself? Because as I said before, what's within, so without. You have to perceive yourself as a high valuable woman, as a queen, as a girl who wants to be treated in a best mannered way, in a respectful way, the one that deserves everything. But how do you do that? How you show that energy and vibrations to the world? By treating yourself that way. I understand that you might come from a background which was toxic, where you didn't see a good love from a father or from a mother, but you have to understand that right now, you are an adult and you can activate the observer and you can become your own parent. You can give yourself all of that love. And if you want other people to perceive you as a high valuable woman, as a person who is confident, and when she comes into the room, everyone is just like feeling her energy even when she doesn't speak, you have to start treating yourself the way you want to be treated by others. And it starts from the little things. You start from taking care of your body. You start from taking care of your sleep. You start taking care of the things you eat, of the mindset, of the things you say to yourself, because the most important dialogue is not the one that is happening somewhere outside with your friends or around you. The most important dialogue that you have is the dialogue within yourself. And if you keep telling yourself negative things about yourself, you have to stop that, because that's not you. I don't believe that any woman within her conscious mind would want to settle for less and think bad of herself. Anyone you ask yourself, like, what do I want for myself? Of course you want the best, but whose voice is that in your head? Right, that's not yours. That's the environment. That's the people that surrounded you. That's their voices, the voices of disbelief, of disrespect, and they just projected their insecurities and their fears on you, and you think that that is your voice. That's not your voice. You have to detach that voice. It's like trash, you know? They've been all these years, they've been throwing trash into your subconscious mind and just wiring your brain like that in a way where you've been just accepting all the information and thinking that it is your information. No, that's not your soul only wants to feel good, wants to love, spread love, accept love, and feel as if she's alive. And the only way that can happen is by you becoming the best character you can be. And how is that happening? You start treating yourself well. Next, and one of the most important things that you should achieve within yourself is building that trust. You need to make that trust with yourself so strong that no opinion from the outside can affect your perception of yourself. Because if you have lack of trust with yourself, it means that you are a puppet. You are being manipulated by people, by situations, by obstacles. Your mood goes up and down, and the way you feel about yourself, one day you love yourself, the other day you feel you hate yourself. So you need to build trust, and building trust takes time. Don't expect to be healed within a moment. It's not some kind of magical trick where you just, wow, now I trust in myself. No, you gotta take time. Start building connection with your inner self. How to build trust? Easily start asking yourself, in whatever you are doing currently, do I like it? Does my soul feel good about it? Do I truly want this? Is this beneficial for me? Just be an observer who asks herself deep questions with whatever she's doing. Am I doing it for myself or in order to please somebody, in order to be loved and accepted? And because otherwise I feel like I'm not loved. The stronger your trust is with yourself, it means there is more potential of you achieving the life that you want for yourself. Because it means you will no longer be manipulated by the opinions of others. Your mindset will not be affected negatively by the opinions of others, by the situations that happen around you, because you will stay strong with the inner beliefs within yourself that you deserve the best for you. And no matter how low somebody wants to drag you down, you are still gonna be having that, the light at the end of the tunnel that is going to guide you, because that light is the trust within yourself. Because you never have a guarantee, right? And what is the thing that we need to have in order to achieve our dreams and our goals? It's the trust. The only thing that you need ahead of all of the other things, and the trait, is the trust within yourself. Trust to God, trust to the universe, whatever you want to call it. But it all begins within yourself. And by trusting yourself, trusting your thoughts and opinions, you will build a strong character. One of the most beautiful feelings that you are going to experience in this journey of becoming a high valuable woman, while you build the trust with yourself and embrace a new character, you are going to get your boundaries. And that means that, my girl, you're getting your power back. And when you get your power back, you will be no longer manipulated by your environment, by people who surround you, by those who want to affect you and drag you down to their level. You will have your standards so high they won't be able to reach you. You won't even hear those things that they're telling you, because you will know that you have great boundaries, healthy boundaries, good relationship with yourself, where firstly you trust your feeling, your opinion matters, not what they think, not what they want you to think and what they want you to believe about yourself. Another important thing to remember is that you should never, please repeat after me, never attach your happiness or success to the external things. As long as you think that there's something out there that's going to make you happier in the future, you are lying to yourself, and you are never going to feel good within yourself. You're never going to reach that happiness and peacefulness. You have to be grateful for who you are right now, for where you are right now, with all of the bad things and the good things about you, about your life, about your past, about your presence. That is the only way you can have a fulfilled life and living a life of joy. Because if you keep waiting for the things from outside to make you happier, it means that your happiness is always under a question. Will it happen or will it not? Will it change or will it not? So don't allow your feelings of happiness and self-worthiness, self-confidence to be manipulated by the external world, because you cannot control what's going on out there, but you can control the way you perceive yourself in this life. And when you perceive yourself as an already fulfilled woman who is happy with her body, with her soul, then she starts vibrating that energy outside and attracting the great things in her life. It's not the other way around. It's from within and then it goes to out. We start the work from within. Everything starts from here. The healing, the process of becoming a better version, of evolving, it all starts from within. Last but not least, I am going to give you a very great exercise that will help you to get on track to become a high valuable woman, but promise to me that you will do it, because as I said, it all takes time, patience, exercise, trust within yourself, and inner work. Take a pen and a paper, write out all of the things that you want for yourself. Allow your imagination to be so active and have no limits for yourself, for the things you want for yourself, for the person you want to become, for the characteristics you want to feel, the way you want to behave. Act as if you have no limitations and anything is possible for you, because remember, you are the only one who sets the limitations for yourself. Please remember that. It all comes from your subconscious mind, and the way you perceive yourself, the world perceives you, and then you attract into your life those things that you feel like you deserve. So today, write out all of the things that you want for yourself, and then after you do that, ask yourself a question. Which first few steps I should take in order to start becoming that person? How does she think? How does she act? What are the things that I'm not doing that I should start doing from today in order to become a high valuable woman and attract the life of my dreams? What are the things that I'm not doing? What are the things that I'm escaping of? What am I procrastinating? What am I telling myself inside my brain? What kind of lies are you telling yourself? Start asking yourself serious questions, coach yourself, and let that movement happen. Let that ice break. No one is coming to save you. No one. I'm here to guide you, and I'm blessed to do that. And I hope that this video has served you in the best way, and right now you are having some shifts in your mindset and you are thinking that you are about to make changes, because I know that this is important. This is your life. This is your soul. And you came to this world to be happy, loved, spread love, and enjoy this life. And so shall it be if you take actions. Take care, my darling.